on a little credible look for federal court today in the world of the story, not in real life, thankfully. Unlike our friend in the Trump organization, we don't have to go to federal court, but we wore these fake glasses with no lenses just to, you know, a fluffy brow, a pink lip, some fuchsia cheek color, and a little subtle eyeshadow that's actually NARS bronzer, and then a little bit of winged milk chocolate liner completed the look. You know, is it a situation where you can go in with a little bit more color from a kind of muted palette like this Ashley Strong one from Morphe? Why not? Right? Why not? Let's just give it a whirl. We'll add a little filter on, and then we'll see if we can get busy with a little bit of holiday magic. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. We certainly have a lot to be grateful for. We were using the same brush that we used. We rescued it from our painting area, but it gives that shape and that kind of fluffiness that is ideal for eyeshadow. So I think this actually probably is an eyeshadow brush. But if we're wanting to intensify what we've done here and maybe get a little bit more color, let's go for this deep green color. It's a hunter green. I am confident, and get it on the very nipple of the brush and see if we can emphasize the outer corner a little bit more strongly, right? When you're wearing glasses, you don't want a lot of shimmer and glitter, but you do want structure to the lid, right? So if you just are very precise with laying down this color in a way that emphasizes the shape of the outer part of your lid, right? Just trying to be light-handed but precise, and think about creating a lifted shape, right? Other side, kiss the outer V, right? Ever since, I guess, eyeshadow was invented, this has been part of the convention, I'll say, in building a shape that lifts out toward the brow tail and just delivers something that's a little bit more enhanced than just plain old raw unseasoned lid, right? We certainly have ample opportunity just using the very tip of the brush to hold and, you know, doing a very gentle, but, you know, you got to spend some time on your blend, right? Don't feel like the shadow should look exactly right after you made like 6 or 7 strokes, right? Once you sit in a professional makeup chair, you do get an appreciation for how much time it takes to do a credible blend. And this is over, you know, the day's makeup and all of the struggle that has gone with the acting and the resetting and the, you know, global panini testing and other business. We've been fighting, you know, just a feeling of starvation. I feel like I haven't eaten at all. When I finally got off TikTok, I had to go to the kitchen and eat some peanut butter filled pretzels and some of my favorite salt and vinegar potato chips. What's your favorite potato chip flavor? You know, you can't have too much of that stuff, but when it's an emergency, when you haven't gone live in a very long time, and you want to make sure you do it before you pull this wig off, which is a super cute wig, you know, just secured with pins, just hairpins. There's no need for glue. You never need to put glue and chemicals onto your very delicate hair follicles. No, sir. Because you're not going to keep this thing on that long, right? We're not installing a wig for anything more than a work day. There's no need. There is literally no need to glue, in my opinion, to glue a wig on, right? All that baby hair laying and all of that, from my perspective, it's a no, because I've never sat in anyone's hair chair on set and had an afro, a blonde, or any other kind of wig installed in any way that required any kind of glue. There's never been glue. There's never been, you know, what all the girlies do with the hair dryer and all that business. It's never happened even once. We're just trying to find like a little tiny paddle type brush. This is a MAC 283, right? It's a little cat's paw, little tiny cat's paw, right? Maybe we've left court successfully. We've added that hunter green, and now we're gonna pick up our little old mirror and then get some kind of shimmer shadow on this brush. If we're working with browns and greens, maybe we can get into this I Am Creative shade just here in the upper right corner. Stroke that on just to add a little bit more light and life in the inner corner. And I really do like this palette. It's pretty without taking you overboard on first application. This seems to be a duochrome that is a pale green, a rust, and it has some sort of like kind of tan base, right? You need that sophistication. You want someone to look at you over dinner with your lawyer and say, wow, she's an artist, even when it comes to her eyeshadow. Here's someone who is admirable, right? I've heard people talking about this term, which I think is so interesting, right? In the manosphere community, FBI, feminine, beautiful, inspirational. And I want to, you know, do a review of the latest episode of Niecy Nash's series, Rookie Feds, and talk about her in terms of that acronym, FBI, feminine, beautiful, inspirational, right? So many people were complaining about her styling, her cleavage, her nails, blah, blah, blah. But ratings don't lie, my friends. And I'm really happy for her. She's been working a very, you know, consistent way in Hollywood to get where she is. And, you know, I just don't understand the spirit of people who want to spend a lot of time attacking people online. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Plenty of people do like it and are watching it. So why are you hating, right? Just that inner corner liveliness, right? That you don't want to like mess up any of what you've laid down prior, right? The inner corner flick, the outer corner flick, but you just want something that looks sophisticated and compelling. You know, I've been listening with interest to some of my new acquaintances complain about, you know, the idea that people can have too much hair, too much makeup on. My thing is, like, can you ever have enough? Because in my world, you need to be able to transform your look just to assist the longevity of yourself as an actor, right? Think about Madonna. Think about, to an extent, Britney Spears. Icons of media who are female or female presenting cannot. A Lady Gaga. You can't just have one look forever. One look, one outfit? No, right? Women are the kind of like show ponies and peacocks of the adult human world. And, you know, they're, whether you're a cis hetero woman or a trans woman or you are someone of trans experience, there's a lot of leeway that you have to be creative with your looks. Makeup is part of it. You know, how you look when you're bigger, how you look when you're smaller, how you look when you have a lot of clothing on, elaborate evening gowns, how you look when you have practically no clothing on. It's all part of the language of being what? Camera ready, right? There's no reason to limit your self. If your job allows it, if your lifestyle allows it, if it entertains you, then I say celebrate your life, celebrate your look. Go as far as you possibly can with all of it, right? If you're out of court, is this a moment to get into this glow enhancer drop from Smoke and Mirrors. It looks a little suspicious. It certainly doesn't seem to have survived very well, but maybe we can get a little bit on our finger. You know, I have a colleague who wears a great deal of not just makeup, but also highlighter at work. And sometimes I feel like, oh, is it too much? Or is it a situation where, you know, I can learn from that and say, hey, what can I do with a highlighter? What can how far can I take it in a way that might enhance what it is that I'm trying to do, right? This is very pink. It's more pink than it is shiny. Wow. And it's kind of drying out a bit. This isn't like the best product, but you know, I do appreciate how it makes her look in terms of it really does give dimension to the places that you want to jump out more than just making them, what is the word? Pale, right? Instead of just using highlighting contour and highlighting concealer, you can, you know, really just get in there with some highlighter and get yourself going and do something that's gonna turn heads. Now, right now, it's not the best lighting to appreciate this look, right? Maybe you can see it on this side, right? When you move your head, that's drama, right? On top of everything else, a little shimmer in the inner corner, right? Whatever remnant on the Cupid's bow. Camera ready. Court testimony has ended up with us going out to dinner with opposing counsel. I think it looks adorable. But, you know, certainly we're going to get on here and do more looks, just do more. We've got a few days to play with. Thanksgiving is here. We're certainly very grateful. We're trying to, you know, improve things, be productive, increase our output of content, not overwhelm our look with too much light, but just make it possible for you to see what we're doing here. But, you know, one issue that's come up this week with one of my colleagues that's, you know, he's been sort of toggling between a few different women, and he is of the mind, as opposed to a lot of what relationship gurus who are women say, he really likes it when women proactively reach out to him. He doesn't see kind of holding out and letting the man do the work as valuable. Now, he does feel like men should plan dates and all of that stuff, right? And not, he feels like it's lazy for men to expect that from women. What's your opinion? You know, I think you can respond to a text or to a phone call with one. Don't be calling 3 and 4 times because you don't get the person on the phone. Don't continue to text unless it's just informational. We also have some new candies that we're going to test. This is a mocha and chocolate Kit Kat duo. We're going to get into this. Tomorrow we got hold of this classic Italian rainbow cake bite, right? We're so hungry. We're going to go eat some tamales because we're in SoCal. And then, you know, try to get ourselves together to do more candy reviews because the holidays are here. Part of entertainment is providing food for your guests. So what is the optimal kind of sweet for after dinner? Is it a cake? Is it a candy? Is it a cookie? Is it a wafer? What is it? We're going to get into that question over this holiday weekend. There's a theory out there that union members get paid for 2 holidays if you work the Wednesday before and the Monday after. Is that true? Do you know? I want to know, but I don't want to push it. But this is our makeup look. I think it turned out really, really good. We just thought to put on that kind of pink shimmery highlighter. But, you know, we're going to get into some exercise, some calories, some nutrition. But, you know, we've been upping our intake of omega-3 fatty acids. We've been taking half a vitamin, right? Sometimes at work, we can't drink all the water that we would prefer to. So, you know, for me, I would rather not go crazy drinking a ton of water, especially if I have to wear like a cot belt, because that makes it excruciating. You can't get to the bathroom and get in and out of the bathroom quick, you're going to miss out on your camera time. It's a dilemma, right? I hydrate a lot when I'm not at work, but sometimes at work it's more of a burden than a benefit to go too crazy drinking a ton of water as if you're at your leisure, because you're not. And you don't want to be that person who's missing or can't be found because you know, went to the bathroom again, right? It's unfortunate, but it is the way it is. And you know, you hear and see people all day, you know, struggling with finding the time to get away and have bathroom time. This is another interesting thing. Pesetas, chocolate fig almond discs, product of Spain. Is this good or is it weird? Fig. Pajarero figs, almonds, and dark chocolate. Oh, I want to eat this. Anything that has natural vanilla extract is my favorite. I don't like fake vanilla. I do eat it, but I don't prefer it. What are your favorite desserts this time of year? Are you a marzipan and chocolate person? Are you into those, what is those French cakes that come for certain holiday feasts that have like ground up almonds and inside basically a croissant? And then there's like a little figurine inside. I forget what it's called, but it's a lot of fun and it tastes great. Like an almond croissant. And yeah, when it comes to like your special someone, are you a texter first? Are you always initiating content, or are you satisfied to sit and wait until the person's available to get back to you? Even if that means they never get back to you, right? That certainly happens out there in the world. You know, let me know how aggressive you think is appropriate to be in the context of dating and relationships, you know, because imbalances can make people feel played, right? And you don't want to be the person who's played. You want to be the person who is responsible and responsive, but not too much. You don't want to seem thirsty or desperate. What do you think? I just feel like there's so much that you want to get done in the context of a relationship, but you also have a job and you have a life and you have your family. So what's the right balance to strike among all of those things so that you can feel gratified, rewarded, and like your attention is being reciprocated? Because that's the hardest thing in the world, when you're coming to someone with an open mind and an open heart and it's not either valued or reciprocated, right? There is a difference between like often gender roles or gender identities and whether you're dominant or submissive, or you're a top, a bottom, or someone like myself who tops from the bottom, right? All of those kinds of ideas and definitions can help you identify what's attractive and appealing and fun for you, and help you figure out like how you want to be in a relationship. So, you know, I look forward to your feedback and to kind of hearing your ideas about, you know, what kind of rings your bell? What makes you feel, you know, kind of valued, and you know, that you kind of maintain your excitement for being in a relationship. You know, so many times people end up being, you know, what is that song? It's an old song by Dionne Warwick, who is Whitney Houston's aunt. One less bell to answer. And it's like, you know, because that person lost interest in you and you don't have to look forward to answering the door for them or answering their call because it's over. But if it's not over and it's just warming up and you're interested, what's your style of communication and what do you think is best? Me personally, I feel like don't pressure people who might be busy with work. One text, one phone call, one email is enough. And then you go on hold. Just it's on hold until they get back to you. Now, if they never get back to you, then that's an indefinite hold. And, you know, we've all been there. And some people say rejection is God's protection. And I certainly think that can be true. But thank you for joining me here on my live. I just wanted to get on here quickly before this wig pops off, because it's been on for a while and it's time to switch gears and get comfortable for Thanksgiving weekend. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time, and we'll do more hair and makeup and outfit here on House of Tanya. All right. Peace out, be safe, and happy Thanksgiving.